hopefully you've seen this video's title, Get the F to Sleep. And hopefully I've gotten your attention with that title because it's all going to be around sleep. And this is so important for you as a busy mum. It may sound simple, but maintaining adequate amounts of quality sleep is essential to our health and well-being. Arianna Huffington has actually said that sleep was her keystone habit, the first habit that you change that makes it easier to change other habits. Now, I know as a mum, depending on the age of your children, what might be happening with them, this can sometimes be tricky. Nighttime feeding, nighttime waking, I get it, I've got 3 boys. However, my focus with this video is to get you to be aware of your nighttime habits. So many of us get that second wind around 10 p.m. where we really should be winding down and getting rest. However, we fight through it, which usually ends up with us going to bed some hours later. Sleep is so important as they are critical body functions that need to occur, and just a few of them are our internal organs need to rest and recover. The hormones that regulate many things such as your appetite control, stress, growth and metabolism are all released during sleep. And also memory consolidation occurs. So think of your mind as recalibrating, storing those new memories and reformulating them, all of which are essential for learning new information. Some other benefits include increased energy to make beneficial lifestyle choices, cooking, exercise, self-care. It strengthens your immune system. It improves your mood by reducing anxiety, irritability, and exhaustion, and also increased libido. Now, I probably don't need to remind you about the negative aspects of sleep, as we've all been there with our babies and kids, but there are some negative aspects and impacts that you need to be aware of, and this may help you in winding down at that 10 p.m. mark. A few of them include weight gain. Studies have shown that people who don't get adequate sleep are more likely to put on weight over time. And, if you think about it, you consume those extra calories during the day to keep you going, and then at night to keep you awake. The second one is increased risk of chronic disease. Your body is more susceptible to stress without a good night's sleep. The immune system doesn't function optimally, and inflammatory proteins and blood sugar levels increase in response to the lower levels of insulin being released throughout the night. Chronic short sleep duration has also been linked to hypertension, obesity, diabetes, and cardiovascular disease as well. The third one to be aware of is increased risks of accidents and injuries. This is quite self-explanatory, but when you're mentally and physically exhausted, you're at an increased risk of accidents and injuries. The fourth one, decline in your cognitive function. Okay, there are actually measurable changes in your brain activity that can occur after a period of sleep deprivation. So your mental performance can suffer with a lack of sleep, which means it is harder to retain information and perform more complicated tasks. And lastly, one I wanted to touch on was increasing anxiety. Without sufficient rest, you have trouble keeping your emotions in check. Common feelings are, those increased feelings of irritability, sadness, anxiety, and anger. So, how much sleep do we need? And I'm sure you're all aware, but I wanted to mention it anyway. As an adult, 7 to 9 hours, studies have shown to be how much sleep we actually need. So, this is all good and well, but how can you actually improve your sleep? I want to touch on 3 ways in this video just to give you an idea. The first being nutrition. So having a balanced diet and eating a variety of foods so we can nourish our bodies throughout the day without relying on stimulants such as caffeinated drinks and sugar. You can try and consume your largest meal earlier in the day because digestion actually requires energy, and when a large meal is consumed at night, it interferes with that body's ability to rest. And also try and avoid late night beverages. Doing so will mean that you're less likely to do that middle of the night bathroom run. The second area that you can improve your sleep would be in your environment. So creating a peaceful environment to sleep in. So cleaning out the clutter in your bedroom, removing all electronics from your bedroom. I have done this some time ago, and this can include your phone, your TV, laptop, and iPad. I actually charge my phone now outside my bedroom as well. The blue light emitted from these devices actually affects the body's production of melatonin, and in turn affects your quality of sleep as well. And another one for the environment and creating a peaceful environment to sleep in is to reduce your exposure to light and sound. The third area that you can improve your sleep would be your daily routine. So creating a bedtime routine. Going to bed and waking up at a similar time gets your body in a healthy rhythm. You can experiment with restorative evening activities such as breathing exercises, meditation, stretching or yoga, something that will relax you before heading to bed. You could also try tracking your sleep habits, and this will help you identify what adjustments you need to be making to get that optimal sleep and rest. And also, in terms of your daily routine, reducing your mum mind chatter. I always go on about the chatter. Their little voices and little things that are going up inside your head without sounding too crazy. What you could do is actually write down what you have to remember or journal some ideas so it's recorded, but then you don't have to remember it right now. So, as I've just shown you, sleep is such an important form of self-care and a great one for us mums to really focus on. With more sleep comes more energy, which means we can make better lifestyle choices. And in this case, particularly for me and what I like to focus on with my clients, around self-care. So there you have it. I hope that's given you a bit of insight into how important sleep is for us busy mums. And like I said, get the F to sleep. Catch you next time.